morning, my friends. I just wanted to make a quick video to kind of offer up a sanctuary for any poor UFC fan that just had to sit through week 1 of Dana White's Contender series. It was awful, wasn't it? It was awful, and if you just wanted to come here and vent out your frustrations to how dog shit the event was, I'm here to offer that for you, because I thought it was a little bit avoidable anyways. You know, in the case of Yuri Panferov, we watched him look shit against Torres Finney and sloppy and trash. So like, and now he's back, and then it's like, you're not getting a contract, Yuri, you looked shit, but we know he's shit. We've seen him lose to Torres Finney, who's only brought boringness to the UFC. So why the fuck would we bring Yuri Panferov back in the first place? I suppose maybe in some fantasy world, Christopher was supposed to come out here and look kind of decent, but he looked fucking dog shit as well. First time I've ever watched him fight, but like for anyone who's watched him before, surely you know that, right? Surely the UFC matchmakers had a little bit of a look at Christopher Ewert and thought, Ewert, that guy fucking stinks like shit. Because God, he looked awful. And then Radley De Silva comes out with the idea, I'm going to wet blanket lovely George Mangos to a decision. Like, I feel like the people need to get through their head. The goal is not to win, Radley. It's to get a contract by any means necessary. Is he not feeling that kind of vibe when he walked through the door? Seriously, his goal out there was to bank a win. Like, maybe I understand that a little bit more when you get into the UFC. You start getting a little bit more boring, really wanting to get the other half of your paycheck, but you need to get there first, Radley. He went out there to wet blanket George Mangos, and it was fucking embarrassing. We got one little highlight, and it was like kind of a fucking pathetic body kick. Like, just, he instantly got tipped and it was over. It was sick, and this guy looks like he's going to be a problem. I like the look of him, but oh my God. Just one tip and he's dead? Like, that was the highlight? How many times are you going to watch back that tip? Like, once, and then it's like, okay, yeah, I've kind of got the idea. He got tipped and crumbled. Ty Miller's fight was alright, and this main event was the dumbest thing you've ever seen in your life. Nemus comes out there. Nemus, I don't know if that's his name. Santana comes out there and headbutts Ilian out the gate, headbutts him purposely, and then yells at him for the rest of the fight because Ilian doesn't do anything. Ilian stares at him. The guy looked like he had potential, but it was the dumbest thing ever, and Dana was livid. Dana was livid after most of the fights. He looked angry. But one thing I love about Dana, and I hate when people really shit on Dana, because, like, what head of the company do you get this out of? He starts cooking Radley's ass. He starts cooking Yuri. He started cooking those boys. He started chefing them up and served them on a silver platter, cooked the fuck out of Radley. He asked him, have you seen the show before, Radley? Seriously. He asked Radley if he's ever seen Contender series before, because apparently you haven't, because you look like shit out there. Like, have you seen the show where you're supposed to go out there and earn your contract, Radley De Silva? Buddy, you look trash. Just came out there to wet blanket lovely George. Lovely George, who actually did go for the finish when he had his opportunities. I was worried about this fight for poor George Mangos in the first place, because he's only 21. This guy's 30 and an actual man. Although George's looked slick, and he went for finishes when he was there. A lot of people got that one wrong. A lot of hype in George Mangos. Very devastating to get that one. For him to lose that one in such an atrocious way. Radley legit didn't throw any strikes. He's a capoeira guy, and he asked Dana to sign him on his capoeira abilities, but he didn't even throw a punch. I really couldn't believe it. And I don't understand how, after so many years of doing this, they don't get the idea of the show. Like, you're not going there to win. A lot of these guys just seem like they were trying to win today, rather than, you need to get a contract. Do you not want to be in the UFC? I don't understand. I would have gone out there and knocked out George Mangos if I was Radley, but, you know, I didn't get my chance. If I was Christopher, I would have slapped Yuri Panferov. But yeah, I suppose there's not a lot of warrior breeds like me left, but that's okay. Just a really atrocious card altogether. But that kind of seems to be the theme with these week 1 series. You remember the B. Joe Pyfer. He kind of tried to recreate it with this Abasangur guy, but it was like a pathetic teep anyway, so I don't even know. But, God, what a shit-ass donkey card. Shit-ass card, and I wasn't going to make a video about it, because it's like, who cares about the Contender series? It was lackluster, but I thought, let me get real tiny. I thought, why not? Why not offer up a 5-minute video? Just if anyone wants to come and vent out their frustrations, who knows? I'll put a pissed off photo of Dana, and maybe that will get some clickies. We missed out on George. The Yuri fight was actually good. And they were banging. You know what? I should have said that at the start, because I don't think people will stay long enough for me to end up telling you that I thought the Yuri fight was actually pretty good and a bit of a banger. But it was sloppy as fuck, and they both looked awful. But they're middleweights, but like, they looked like not UFC level. And Yuri stunk it up, shooting a lot. It was boring, but there was some actually really good moments. The George Mango fight was the worst thing you've ever seen. Legit went out there to wet blanket him. No thought of trying to earn a contract. Legit, Dana asked him it was just fucked. The whole thing was fucked, and I couldn't believe what I was watching. Looking forward to Dana White's Contender series for so long now, and week 1 is just over, and it was so forgettable. It was terrible. But I think I'll leave it there, 6 minutes of just being displeased. That's what it was. You're welcome, guys.